أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباءهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم. إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين. واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاء المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب عليم. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجلين يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. أتخذ من دونه آلهة من إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون. إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين. إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون. قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعد من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون. وآية لهم الأرض ميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون. وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون. سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون. والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالأرجون القديم. لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون. وآتوا لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون. وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين. وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم لعلكم ترحمون. وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين. وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين. ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم تظلم نفس شيئا وما فاليوم تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أحد إليكم ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنهم لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبل كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمون أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لمسطنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنا يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخنا على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مزيا ولا يرجعون ومن نؤمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر ما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيديهم أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وظللنا لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون ولا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون ولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقنا من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه ولمن يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأ أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجرة الأخضر نارا فإذا هم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Inshallah, we're blessed with the opportunity to visit Imam Hussein again. And please recite the Surah Fatiha for all whom we've lost in the past 16 months. Muhammad wa Muhammad sallallahu Allahumma salli ala Karbala, 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 जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे जाने वाले करबला के کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے روضائے شبیر پر دوں گا دعا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے ہے جہاں گنجے شہیدہ ہے جہاں نہر فرات ہے جہاں گنجے شہیدہ ہے جہاں نہر فرات جس جگہ سید میرا پیاسا رہا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جس جگہ جاگی تھی قسمت پور کی وہ دیکھوں گا میں جس جگہ جاگی تھی قسمت پور کی وہ دیکھوں گا میں آسیوں پر کیسے ہوتی ہے عطا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جس جگہ عباس کے بازو قلم ہو کر گرے جس جگہ عباس کے بازو قلم ہو کر گرے اس جگہ میں بھی کروں ماتم ذرا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے جانے والے کربلا کے کربلا لے چل مجھے کربلا 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 کربلا
My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to express condolences to the Imam of our time and to all the Muslims on the Shahadat of 9th Imam, alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, this evening we have the honor of being able to welcome Sheikh Mirza Abbas to deliver the lecture for us this evening. Sheikh Mirza is an internal manager, the internal manager of the Hawza Ilmiya in England, and the director, program director for the BA in Islamic Studies at Hawza. As I say, it is our great honor to welcome him once again to the center this evening for the majlis. Can I please ask that we all welcome him with our salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
It's a very sad occasion that the youngest Imam, at the age of 25, all of the other Imams, they were Shaheed at an older age, but Imam Jawad alayhi salam was martyred at the age of 25. And the beginning of his Imamat as well is also very unique, very special. At the age of between 6 and 7. The youngest Imam to become Imam, and the youngest Imam to be Shaheed. So both aspects of the Imamat of Imam Jawad alayhi salam is very unique and special. Perhaps could be the reason also where the birth of the Imam is also unique and special. Because the 8th Imam said, when the 9th Imam was born, that the most blessed child of Ali Muhammad is Imam Jawad. The most blessed child. In regards to the Barakah, Imam said that the most blessed child of Ali. Because people were not believing in the Imamat of 8th Imam. Because 8th Imam had no children. And he had Imam Jawad very late. And the resemblance of Imam Jawad and Imam Rida alayhi salam was also very far in terms of the physique, because they say that Imam Jawad was very dark complexion, that even the uncles of Imam Jawad did not believe that Imam Jawad was the son of Imam Rida. To that extent, they called the face readers to say whether he is the father or not. In any case, so the birth itself was very unique, special, because the Imamat of Imam Rida was questionable. Because the hadith of the Prophet is that it will be my khulafa, after me. Well, and some have stopped at Imam 6th Imam. Some have stopped at 7th Imam. They were saying, why 8th Imam? He's not the Imam of some other. That's why one of the reasons why we, especially the India and Pakistan, when we do ziyarat, we do Assalamu alaikum Abu Abdullah, and then we go to Assalamu alaikum Gharib. Many times they say, oh, why are you not taking the names of 5th Imam, 6th Imam, 7th Imam? Why do you jump to 8th Imam? Usually we do this way, ziyarat in India. Because the link between Imam Hussain and the importance of 8th Imam as the Imam makes us Isna Ashari. If I believe in 8th Imam, I will believe in the 12th Imam. If I don't believe in 8th Imam, then I could stop at 6th Imam. I could be 6th Imam. I could be 7th Imam. I could believe in 7th. But the mention of the 8th Imam emphasizes that we are 12ers. Assalamu alaikum Abu Abdullah, Imam Hussain, and Assalamu alaikum Gharib. So the name taken of the 8th Imam is emphasizing that we are 12ers. So the birth of the 9th Imam is also of par excellence. It's very powerful, it's very important. Now, another thing about the 9th Imam is very unique and special, which is the foundation of Tashayyu, and that is infallibility, ismat, and ilm of the Imam. Because we believe in ismat of the Imam. We believe that the Imams were mastoom. Right? They were infallible. They didn't even commit a mistake. Leave aside sin. Because there are different levels of believing in the infallibility among the scholars, among the theologians. You have Ash'ari who believe that the prophets can do, greater sin. They believe Ash'ari and the Sunnis. The Mu'tazilis come and say, no, prophet can do minor sin. But Shia say, prophets, they never commit sins. And the Imams, they never commit sins. And not only that they never commit sins, they don't even make a mistake. Ayatollah Jawad Amali says that if we believe that, if the Imams make a mistake, then that brings about a doubt in the guidance that they are giving. What does that mean? For example, I am walking on the street. Oh, I forgot where is my house? Where's, I became very old, for example. I forgot where's my house. I got lost. Or if I'm sitting here, and I all of a sudden notice that I'm wearing upside down clothes, for example. It's not the same, right? It's not the same. But from mistake, this happened. The possibility of you here saying that he's forgetting, Maulana is forgetting in his house. Maybe when I ask him a question, he can forget, he give me the wrong answer, right? Maulana is wearing his abba upside down. Maybe he can do something by mistake. How will I trust him? How will I ask him question? How will I give him something as amana? For example, he can, I left my phone here, I forgot. I left the phone here and I left, I forgot. Then somebody might think, okay, we give him amana, maybe he leave it, right? So the doubt might come. So if there be any doubt coming in terms of the guidance, that is out of the question. Then this makes it necessary for Allah to make the Imams and the Prophet as Masoom. See, that's our belief. That Masoomin, leave aside the guna, leave aside sin, they will not even commit a mistake. What do I mean by mistake? I'm walking. There's a glass there. I just hit the glass by mistake, and it fell. The Imam will never do that. He is focused. Every action of this, everything that is doing is perfect. Right? That's our belief. That is the belief of infallibility that we have. It's one of the foundations of our Shia belief. Whoever criticizes, whoever raises a question, I don't know what, they might raise a question from an academic point of view. But we have to ask that, what is your Imani point of view? Our Iman is that, because from an intellectual point of view, from an aqli point of view, Allah is accountable. Allah is responsible that He should send guides who are perfect, who commits no error, who commits no mistake, leave aside sin. Allah is responsible for them. Don't we believe that Allah has created this? Everybody believes this. We believe in the Quran, we believe in God, Allah created. Don't we believe that what Allah has created for a purpose? He has not created in vain. In Butlan, in vain? No. Allah created with purpose. So when Allah has created with purpose, then He is responsible for sending prophets, and those prophets who are perfect. Right? Some will say that, okay, prophets are perfect in the sense when they deliver the message, when they are giving the wahi, bring the wahi. In other places, they will make a mistake, or before they were prophet, they can commit a mistake, for example. We will say that, will that not cast a doubt in your mind that maybe before the prophet was Na'udzubillah drinking and lying, and now he said I'm the prophet, maybe, he may lie, for example, or he may make a mistake, for example, or maybe I'm not seeing him is drinking or doing what. Previously, I know he used to do that. Maybe in his house he's doing, I don't know. Does that doubt doesn't occur? The possibility is there or not? Yes. There is that possibility, definitely. Right? So what we say, no, from right. So this is the verse I wanted to read. Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, he was just 12 years old. Surah Yusuf, what chapter? Surah Yusuf, number 12. Surah Yusuf, chapter 12. And Imam Zaman, number 12. They said, Hazrat Yusuf have a resemblance to Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. They say Yusuf is Zahra because of his beauty, because of this maqam, Yusuf is that. What happened to Hazrat Yusuf? He had a dream, right? He had a dream. What was the dream? And he says that, it's Yusuf le Abi. So one of the best surahs of the Quran is the best way. I recommend, my dear brothers and sisters, read Surah Yusuf, read the translation and the tafsir if you can. Beautiful, amazing, mystical dreams, metaphysical realities, akhlaq, story of the brothers. It's even every letter and every word and the way things are placed in the Quran are so beautiful and have so much of meaning. It could have said, for example, it's Ala Yusuf le Yaqub, but it doesn't say that. It's Ala Yusuf le Abi. Very emotional. It could have said Yaqub. Right? Yusuf is mentioned to Yaqub, but it doesn't say it's Ala Yusuf le Abi. Ya Abad. And then Yaqub, my father. Very emotional, beautiful. That's what they say, right? Anyway, he says, what did he say? Right to Ahad Ashar Qawm, 11 stars doing sajda. And the sun, and the moon. How many total? 13. And who is Hazrat Yusuf? 14th one. Who is Imam Zaman? 14th. All the 13 doing what? Sajda is what? Sajda. Sajda. Sajda is not an indication of ibadat. Sajda is not an indication of ibadat. Rather, it is an indication of ihtiram. Allah said, angels do sajda to Adam. If it was ibadat, Allah will never ask the angels to do ibadat to Adam. Right? So sajda is an indication of ihtiram, respect. So here, the father, the aunt, and the 11 children, 11 stars, doing sajda to Yusuf is an indication of ihtiram and respect. Yusuf maqam is so good. Right? Once again, 14, that becomes 14 in total, and the Yusuf is the 14th one, Imam Zaman is the 14th one. So there are a lot of mysteries in the Quran. It's beautiful. Why that reflection? Okay, now here is the point which I want to make. And relate this to the ismat, to the ilm of Imam Jawad alayhi salam, who is a 7-year-old, he is a master. Imam Jawad alayhi salam, who is not baligh. If somebody comes here and he prays, who is 7-year-old, are you going to pray behind? No. In the rulings of the istihbab of the azan, the recommendation of the azan, if a person who is not baligh, he gives the azan, although azan is mustahab, he gives the azan, he is not baligh, he is 5-year-old, 6-year-old, sometimes you do in masjid, young people give azan. If he gives azan, somebody who is baligh should give azan again, because that azan is counted. Okay? Leave aside prayers. If who is not baligh, he comes and leads prayer, who is 7 years old, 10 years old. Even if the son be the son of Ayatollah X, great Marja, for example, he still will not pray. Right? So now you have an imam who is 7-year-old, not only praying behind, our whole iman is behind this imam. Right? Our whole akhirah is behind this imam, meaning believing that imam, isn't it so? Right? So the whole school of imam changed. The concept of imam changed. The concept of ismat, infallibility, changed. The concept of knowledge of the imam changed. Changed meaning that, not that it's changed, became new. It was same, but changed for the people to understand what imamat is. Before they were thinking that, oh, imam is a very knowledgeable person, he's an old, he's a baligh person, But after Imam Jawad, he said, no, imamat is a school where Allah appoints. If that be 7 years old, if that be 27 years old, it doesn't matter. That is something Allah appoints, and we have to believe it. Allah chooses the imam. It is not you and I who decide that, oh, he's very knowledgeable, so we should follow him. No. Or, for example, his father have appointed him, we should follow him. No. Right? So the whole understanding of the people in regards to infallibility, Islam, in regards to knowledge of the Imam, in regards to who should be the Imam, somebody was muntahib, chosen, completely became new. Although this has been the case from day one. No, it's always Allah is the one who appoints the Imam. It's Allah, and this is dalil aqli and naqli as well, intellectual proof and narrative proof as well. In the Quran, La yanalu ahd al-zalimi. You know, in Surah Baqarah, verse number 1 to 3, Hazrat Ibrahim saw the maqam Imam. He said, you know, min zurriyati, you know, kalimat fatimahun, and the test was finished to inni ja'alaka fi nas imama. I will appoint you, Ibrahim, as an imam. Okay. After completing the imtihanat, kalimat means imtihan. After Hazrat Ibrahim finished all the exams taken by Allah, then he was upgraded. The maqam to upgraded to what? To imam. So this means that the maqam imamat is higher than the maqam risalat wa nabuwat. Okay. It's another thing which I'm just mentioning very quickly in the margin. That's why we say that when Hazrat Isa, when Imam al-Hasan will come, Hazrat Isa will pray behind Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, right? Because of that. Okay. Inni ja'al, I'm making you an Imam of Ibrahim. Then he said, oh, my Zuriyah, this is such a beautiful maqam, right? Imamat is amazing. You know, for example, if something is given to you, you know, you want your children as well, right? It's not just for you. You want your children to benefit from it too. So he says, Ya Allah, what about my children? But not for those who do that. So what is zulm? Guna is zulm. Dalila naqli from the Quran that an imam is someone who is ma'foor. Not that when he is chosen as an imam, he becomes ma'foor. No, Zalimeen is not from the Zalimeen. Because a person who has done zulm, crime at a time, is a criminal. Yes, he might have served the term, but still he's regarded as a criminal in the book of law. You know, he has served, but he was a criminal. So zulm, somebody who has done zulm before he was a prophet or before he was an imam, still is zulm. And Allah is saying, not for the zalimeen. So the phenomenon, the reality of imamat, the reality of infallibility, ismat, and ilm changed or came to new and greater understanding for the people, changed for the people. Although from there it was always the same. Don't think that something new changed. So now, this is what I want to mention here, right? Ya, qala ya bunayya, you know, la taqsus, do not mention this dream to your brothers, you know, because, you know, they will plot against you, right? And here, look at this. They say, they will plot, inna shaytana lil insana aduwwun mubin. The brothers will plot, but it's actually shaitan. It is not your brothers. Look at the akhlaq of Yaqub, right? And in the end of the surah, when the brothers, they accepted, they speak an apology, Hazrat Yusuf said, shaitan deviated you, you know, not you are good. So shaitan is adu mubin, and the brothers of Yusuf are good. You know, it's the shaitan who does, but this is showing the respect, the relationship of father and brother. So this surah is very special. Now here, this is the words I want. وَكَذَلِكَ يَجْتَبِيكَ. And O Yusuf, you have been yajtabik means chosen. Mushtaba. In Arabic, Mushtaba is the one who's chosen. You know, is the Imam Mushtaba. Right? Mushtaba means somebody who's chosen. He's a Mushtaba. So from here, if I choose you, you are Mushtaba here because I have chosen you. It's called Mushtaba. So the father is saying, Kadalika yajtabika. You know, Allah has chosen you, right? Rabbuka, and وَيُعَلِّمُكَ, and have taught you what? You know, min ta'bir al-hadi. He He has taught you the interpretation of narratives. Okay, one more tafsiri point here. Nothing, just in the margin I'm mentioning. That verse doesn't say, have taught you the interpretation of dreams. Ta'wil roya. It doesn't say roya. It doesn't say hadith. It's narratives. Narratives are events that happen. Allah has provided you with the knowledge of the events that happens. Every event that takes place in our life have a meaning. Rajab Ali Khayyat was a great, Khayyat means tailor. But in terms of the akhlaq, in terms of his manaviyah, spirituality, ulama used to come and attend his classes. He could see the real forms of people, the barzakhi forms of people. Rajab Ali Khayyat, his student comes to his class, and before he begins the class, the student was like, in a state of shock. Rajab Ali Khayyat says to him, did you see all of the men who were sitting in the bus, their faces become like woman face? He says, how do you know? He said, because, and then after 2 stops or some stops, their faces change back to their normal face. He said, yes, because there was a woman in the bus, all of them were looking at that woman. As they were looking at that woman, their faces changed like that. As soon as she left, their faces changed back. This is in the book called The Elixir of Love. It's a book, this has been translated. It's a PDF. It's on Google, you can find it. Rajab Ali Khayyat, Elixir of Love. There are stories like this, for example, about Barzakh and how he was in terms of his manaviyah. Anyway, Rajab Ali Khayyat, he was a tailor. But in terms, he has worked on his spirituality, on khulus, on sincerity. Allah has provided him with that inner eye. Allah has provided him with ta'wil hadith. Ibn Sirin, that story I'm just mentioning for the youngsters, who have the power to interpret dreams. Ibn Sirin is in English as well. Books have been translated. He had the art of interpreting dreams. And Allah gave him that knowledge. They say that he was in a room with a woman, and this woman had bad intention for doing zina, adultery. He said, okay, just give me a chance. He goes to the bathroom, he puts all the, ghalazat on his dirt on his body, and he comes out smelling. And this woman said, get out of here. So in order to save himself from, guna, sin, he did this. So Allah gave him the power to interpret dreams. And he's such a powerful man. He's a scholar. Anyway, so Rajab Ali Khayyat like that, right? Once he was walking on a street, then all of a sudden a donkey, olden days they used to have carts. Donkey kicked him. Then he just sat right there, thinking that why? What happened? Why this? So there are narration things that happen in one's life, have meaning to it. And Allah opens people's heart to know why it's happening. There's a reason for everything happening. So this ayat says that hadith, Allah or Yusuf will give you the knowledge of interpreting the narratives, not just the dreams, the narratives that happens, right? And finally, this is what I wanted to point out to you. وَيُتِمَّ نِعْمَتُهُ. Allah has finished the ni'mat, yutimma, completed the ni'mat. Like what? The same way as it has done to your abawayk, to your fathers, min qabl, from before Ibrahim. Okay. Yusuf is how old? He's 12 years old. Yusuf is 12 years. Allah chose Hazrat Yusuf. Yashtabika. Allah have chosen at the age of 12 and provided that dream to Hazrat Yusuf. And as a matter of fact, when when the Nabuwwat begins and the prophet, when a person is beginning his prophethood, true dreams are sent to him. Hazrat Ibrahim was a dream, wahi, right? Prophet 6 months, they say, it was wahi. The scholars say that 40% of Nabuwwat or 40% of wahi is through dreams. After that 40%, it goes to a higher level. So Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam is how old? He's 12 years old. Into the riwayat, he was 12 years old when he had this dream. He was in the lap of Hazrat Yaqub, dozing off, and then he saw this dream. Yashtabika. Don't we believe in that? That Allah chooses. Allah has that power to do that. So whether that be Hazrat Ibrahim at the age of, old age, he had the dream of, Qurbani of Ismail. At that old age, Hazrat Yusuf is only 12 years old. Why he chose? It's the choice of Allah. Whether the Imam is 7 years old or Imam is 40 years old, it's Allah who chooses. So the whole bunyad, the whole foundation will be shaken up if we say that, okay, there's no ismat, there's no infallibility of the Imam. Allah chooses. Don't you believe that? Yes. So therefore, when Allah has chosen him to be 7 years old, then he is infallible. Now comes the question. We don't have much time. Here comes the ilm of Imam. See, for a human being, in order to make a mistake, it's because of two reasons. We all make mistakes. One is if you don't have knowledge. I've kept this phone here, or I just got same phone, I just take it. I don't have knowledge. I'm not stealing. I don't have knowledge, yours or mine, for example. Or anything that happens, because I don't have knowledge, I make a mistake. Leave aside, even sin could be, for example, I don't know octopus is halal or not. I thought it's all halal, for example. I don't have knowledge. It's a sin, it's a guna to eat, for example. The other thing is willpower. I have knowledge, but I don't have willpower. I'm really weak. If I see something, I'm just kind of pulled towards that. I don't have willpower to control my eyes. That's why I'm committing this sin. Looking at Mahram is haram. Right? Then I know it is haram, I have knowledge, but I don't have willpower to stop myself. And I'm so weak. Right? So two things for insan. So now you have a 7-year-old knowledge. What 7-year-old doesn't know a lot of things. Then obviously a child makes a lot of mistakes. Leave aside guna. He will leave aside mistakes, he will commit even guna, for example, because he does not have knowledge as such. Right? But Imam Jawad alayhi salam, what do you talk about? Knowledge, question him anything. You have debate, you have heard over and over again. And that's 7 years of age. How he has debated, that's all recorded. It's in the books, historically speaking. Right? And then from the intellectual point of view, obviously, the knowledge of an Imam is ilm huzuri, is by presence, is by huzur. First, one little example is, what do you mean by huzur? Maulana, what do you mean by presence? Like, for example, the child is sitting here. I hate that child. This is wrong. You shouldn't do that. Yes, you are Maulana, but what you are doing is wrong. Nobody taught you that this is wrong. You don't have to go to university to know that this is wrong. You know from inside. From huzur, by your presence, you know this is wrong. Anybody from jungle or Amazon, you bring him here, I'm doing zulm on someone, this is not right. It's by huzur. So the Imam, they have all knowledge, or whatever knowledge they want to have in this matter. Is by their presence, is by their huzur. That Allah, Imam Rada alayhi salam in one of the narrations says that when Allah chooses someone to be an Imam, Allah expands his heart. Alam nashrah lak sadr. Allah expands his heart. There's another riwayat that says that on every Thursday night, the knowledge of the Imam increases on every Thursday night. And when the knowledge of the Imam, who is life in every era, the knowledge of the Imam increases. When the knowledge of the Imam increases, the knowledge of the followers of the Imam also increases. It's a connection. That's why we are here. That's why we are Sanat today. It's Imam. We have lost the Imam in this young age. We are commemorating. We are expressing our grief to the Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. Oh Imam, because Imam Asr is in grief today. Right? Look at the pictures came from Samira, from Kazimain, Oh, so many people. Beautiful. We wish we were there. But this is not far. We are there. Allama Amini was asked. No, yes, by his son. Allama Amini, Sahib Ghadir, great scholar, Allama Amini, from Najaf. Oh, he wrote Ghadir, he traveled all over the world, India, Pakistan, and he finally wrote a voluminous work on establishing the Wilayat of Amirul Mu'mineen. And there are a lot of things about him, Allama Amini. He died. His son says that I wanted to ask Imam, my father, how is he, what helped him. First year he was not in the dream. Second year he was not. Third year, fourth year he was not in the dream. Fifth year, I saw my father in the dream. And I asked him, oh father, what helped you? Is it the Ghadir that you know? Such a big work. It helped you in the Barzakh and the Hereafter. He said, no. Is it the library that you built in Najaf? There's a library that Allama Amini built, library for students. He says, no. Then what helped? He says, Ziyarat al-Karbala. Ziyarat of Imam Hussain helped me. Ziyarat of Imam Hussain helped me. He says, Ziyarat of Imam Hussain, but I can't go to Karbala. He says, you don't have to. Just sit where you are and say, Assalamu alaikum. This is Ziyarat. This is Tabassu to Imam Hussain. Sayyid Ali al-Qadi al-Batwai, Ustad A'lam al-Batwai, great arif. He says every Thursday you should have majlis of Imam Hussain. Even if it is you and your wife or your friend, one of person, two person. If nobody there, you alone read majlis of Imam Hussain. Whatever I have, Sayyid Ali al-Qadi al-Batwai says, is because of Ziyarat al-Ashura. It's because of Ziyarat of Imam Hussain. It's because of Quran. These two things he emphasizes. Right? Maqamat. This Imam Hussain. Remember Imam Hussain. Right? He is the one who is the savior. Shahadat of Hussain, Yawm al-Wurud we want. We come here, yes, we have gathered to give condolences to the Imam and remember how sad Imam Jawad was Shaheed, but at the same time, in the end, we remember Imam. The reports in regards to the Shahadat of Imam Jawad alayhi salam, as it says that there are a couple. Tariq al-Shia by Muzaffar, I'm forgetting his first name, Rahmatullah alayhi, Allama Muhammad Hussain Muzaffar. In the Tariq al-Shia, mentioned the cause or the person who gave poison to Imam Jawad alayhi salam was al-Faz, the wife. Could be many reasons. Imam Jawad had no children from al-Faz. Al-Faz was the daughter of Imam Rashid. You know the animosity. And there was Ja'far ibn Imam Rashid as well, who was part and parcel of the plan to perhaps, prepare al-Faz to poison. Because Mu'tasim was the Khalifa. Mu'tasim was the Khalifa. He planned poisoning the Imam. So he wrote, after he got the bayah from the people, he wrote to the governor of Medina to send Imam Jawad with al-Faz from Medina to Baghdad. Initially, Imam Jawad was welcomed in Baghdad. And then, he poisoned Imam Jawad. They say that, two reports, I already read both the reports. First is that he sent a drink of poison with Ashnas, the Ghulam. Yeah? And they say that he poisoned 3 times on the same day because he wanted to make sure. Three times, same day. He sent a drink with the Imam. And the Ashnas, the Ghulam, brought the drink and he says, bring me ice. So they brought the ice. So he put the ice in the drink and he said, you drink it now. He said, no. Imam said, I'll drink it later. So he said, no. The Khalifa said, you have to drink it now, otherwise the ice will melt. And he forced the Imam. And then Imam was forced to drink the drink, and then he was shaheed. That's one report. The other report is where Sheikh Abbas al-Qummi mentions this report in Muntaha al-Amal, quoting Uyun al-Mu'jizat. Uyun al-Mu'jizat, Sheikh Abbas al-Qummi. Allah Muhammad Hussain Muzaffar also mentioned this in Tariq al-Shia, that al-Fazl was prepared to give that drink. And then she gives the drink, and Imam drinks. And then right after the Imam drinks, the poison starts to affect him. And she locks the room. And then she calls the singing girls, because Imam was crying. Imam was in a state of pain, so that the cries of the Imam does not go outside. She calls the singing girls, and they all sat outside the room of the Imam, clapping and singing. One of the singing girls, when she hears the cries of the Imam, her heart melts. So she runs to bring water, because Imam was asking for water. So when she brings the water and opens the door, Imam was there on the floor. Here's al-Fazl, takes the water and throws it on the ground. And she said, I will not allow it. After the Imam was shaheed, in order to not inform others, she takes the body of the Imam and throws it on the roof. And they say that pigeons came and spread their wings on the body of the Imam so that the sun should not affect the body of the Imam. But we know that there is one Mazloom whose body was lying in the plains of Karbala without his head. And Omar Sa'a says, gallop the horses on the body of Hussein. No, Umar Saad said, gallop the horses on the body of the Shuhada. So the people who they belong to the they were family members. They were family members. They were family members. They were family members. Like Hazrat Ali Akbar, for example, Shimr was related to the mother Layla. Or, for example, they had the people there, from the tribe. So they say, they came and took the bodies of their loved ones. Zainab came, and someone who was there to claim the body of the son of Zahra. It was the body of Hussein, on which the horses, and it lied under the sun. Allah, 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 سيعلم الذين ظلموا إن لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Say.